You ever notice how people talk about success like it's some mysterious fog floating in the sky, like only a few chosen ones can reach it? They say, oh, he's just lucky, or she was born rich, or they had connections. That's the excuse factory talking. That's the sound of mediocrity justifying its existence. Because here's the truth. Success doesn't find anyone. Success is attracted like a magnet. But the magnet isn't some invisible force in the universe, it's you. It's your habits. It's your thoughts. It's what you tolerate every single day when no one's watching. Let me tell you something that 97% of people don't want to hear. The law of attraction is not about sitting in your room, closing your eyes and imagining a Ferrari until it magically appears in your driveway. That's fantasy. That's Disneyland. The real law is that your mind builds your environment. You think lazy, you become lazy. You think like a boss, you start acting like one. It's not instant magic, it's alignment. There was a survey a few years back where researchers asked thousands of self-made millionaires what their biggest mindset hack was. You know what most said? Not I worked the hardest. Not I was the smartest. It was this. They believed they could have it before they did. Read that again. Before they had money, they thought like money makers. Before they had power, they moved like leaders. Before the results, they carried the mindset. That's the law in motion. You attract what you are prepared for. Now let's talk about you. You wake up and scroll your phone for 30 minutes, right? You look at people living the life you want. You think, damn, they're lucky. Then you close the app and go back to your average routine, hoping one day the universe will bless you. That's not attraction. That's distraction. You're not manifesting, you're consuming. You're feeding on other people's success instead of building your own energy. The law of attraction works like this. You send a signal out to the world by how you live, not just how you think. The universe doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your standards. You say you want success, but your room's a mess. You say you want wealth, but you spend every dollar like it burns a hole in your pocket. You say you want respect, but you surround yourself with people who disrespect their own time. How are you going to attract greatness when your habits scream mediocrity? Success is like dating. You can't text I miss you to someone you never call, never meet, never show effort. The universe looks at you and goes, you said you wanted this life, but I see zero commitment. That's why the law of attraction doesn't work for most people. They attract exactly what they are. Confused people attract confusion. Focused people attract clarity. Confident people attract opportunity. I'll give you something funny. In one study from Harvard Business Review, they found that people who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to achieve them. Not because the notebook was magic, but because they built focus. They shifted their energy from wishful thinking to actual direction. That's the missing piece for most. You can dream all you want, but if you never define what success means to you, you'll keep attracting chaos. Here's the harsh truth. Success doesn't care about your excuses, your past, or your mood. You can cry, complain, overthink, and the world keeps spinning. The law of attraction doesn't turn off because you had a bad day. It's 24/7. It listens to your actions more than your words. You can't say, I want to be rich, and then spend your evenings scrolling nonsense and eating chips on the couch. The signal you're sending says, I'm comfortable here. And guess what? The universe agrees. You want to attract success? Stop begging for it. Start acting like the kind of person success hangs out with. Upgrade your circle. Upgrade your habits. Upgrade your conversations. You don't have to pretend you're a millionaire, but you do have to start thinking like one. When you shift your energy, your world shifts too. People start treating you differently. Opportunities start showing up that didn't before. Doors open because your frequency changed. And listen, it's not about manifesting like a magic spell. It's about becoming the version of you that success would naturally gravitate toward. You ever notice how confident people walk into a room and everyone looks at them even before they say a word? That's attraction. That's power. That's alignment between inner belief and outer energy. The question is, what are you attracting right now? Look around your life. Your friends, your habits, your results. They're all mirrors of your mindset. You can't hide from it. You can post motivational quotes all day, but your life will always reflect your dominant thoughts. You think in scarcity, you get scarcity. You think in growth, you get growth. The law of attraction doesn't take sides. It just delivers what you keep feeding it. So stop waiting for luck. Start designing your signal, because the real truth is this. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Most people talk about success like it's a lottery ticket, as if you're supposed to wake up one day and your whole life just changes overnight. No, success doesn't knock. It watches, it studies you. It checks your habits, your work ethic, your discipline, and then it decides if you're worthy of holding it. You attract success the same way a magnet attracts metal, by becoming strong enough to pull it. The problem is, people want to attract success without becoming attractive to it. They think law of attraction means sitting in their room, visualizing, saying affirmations like a parrot. That's not manifestation, that's procrastination disguised as spirituality. You can't fool the universe with words when your actions tell a completely different story. You say, I want to be rich, but you spend your paycheck before it lands. You say, I want to be in shape, but you eat like it's your last day on earth. You say, I want freedom, but you can't even control your sleep schedule. That's the contradiction that kills attraction. The universe doesn't give you what you ask for, it gives you what you prove you can handle. Think about this, if you handed $10,000 to someone who doesn't know how to manage $100, what happens? They blow it fast. They attract loss, not success, because their habits aren't built to sustain that level yet. Same with opportunity. If you got the dream job, the followers, the fame, would you even be ready for it? Or would you collapse under the pressure because your mindset's still weak? The law of attraction doesn't just give it. There was a funny stat I came across once. 70% of people who win the lottery go broke within 5 years. Think about that. They attracted money but not success. Because success isn't money, it's mentality. The money just amplifies who you already are. If you're disciplined, money multiplies your impact. If you're careless, it multiplies your chaos. The universe knows that, and that's why it withholds blessings from people who aren't ready. Not out of cruelty, but out of mercy. Here's the real deal. You can't attract success until you start acting successful before you have it. You don't wait to have confidence, you act confident. You don't wait to feel motivated, you move first. The motivation comes after. That's the secret nobody talks about. Your emotions follow your actions, not the other way around. And once you start building momentum, you become dangerous. Because success is addicted to movement. The more you move, the more opportunities you start to notice. Ever notice how when you start focusing on something like buying a new car, you suddenly see that same car everywhere? That's your brain's reticular activating system working. It filters your world based on what you pay attention to. You focus on winning and life starts showing you paths to win. You focus on excuses and life gives you more excuses. That's the true law of attraction. It's not magic dust, it's selective awareness. You train your mind to spot opportunities while others walk past them. You wire your brain for success so deeply that failure becomes boring. You start carrying yourself differently. You talk sharper, walk taller, think faster. And people feel that energy around you. They respect it, they're drawn to it. Because energy doesn't lie. You can't fake it for long. The truth always leaks through your actions. And if your life isn't changing, it's not because the law of attraction doesn't work. It's because your signal is weak. Fix your focus, fix your habits, and watch how quickly the world starts responding to you. Let me tell you something people hate hearing. You don't attract what you wish for. You attract what you work for. Everyone wants the car, the house, the lifestyle, the body, but no one wants the price tag attached to it. They want success to chase them while they're sitting on the couch complaining about how unfair life is. Guess what? Life's not unfair. It's just brutally honest. It gives to the ones who earn its respect. The law of attraction is like gravity. It doesn't care if you believe in it or not. It's always working. You just have to learn how to use it instead of fighting it. You think negative, you get negative. You surround yourself with losers, you become one. You fill your mind with trash, you'll attract trashy results. But when you start thinking like a winner, walking, talking, and living like someone who expects success, things start shifting fast. The reason most people never see that shift is simple. Their self-image is weak. They want big results, but carry small beliefs. They say, I'll believe it when I see it. That's backward. You'll see it when you believe it. Confidence isn't built from proof. It's built from faith in your own potential. You can't wait until you're rich to act rich. You act rich in discipline, in habits, in how you treat your time. That's how you attract it. Think about this. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, people who visualize themselves performing well before doing something actually perform better. Not because of magic, but because their brain starts creating neural pathways that prepare their body for success. So yes, visualization works, but only when it's backed by action. You can't just imagine doing push-ups. You've got to do them. That's why so many people say manifestation doesn't work. No, it's you who doesn't work. You're sitting there imagining your dream life, but you haven't changed your schedule in years. You're praying for a miracle while ignoring the opportunities you already have. You're blaming the world when you haven't even mastered yourself. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you tolerate. Here's something that might hurt. If you keep attracting toxic people, bad jobs and problems, that's not bad luck. That's your standard. The universe mirrors your energy. You allow disrespect once, it becomes a habit. You allow procrastination once, it becomes your pattern. You allow negativity, it becomes your identity. The only way to attract something better is to raise your damn standard. Raise the standard of how you treat yourself. Wake up earlier, eat cleaner, speak better, move sharper. When you raise your personal level, life has no choice but to match it. Because success doesn't visit the lazy, it visits the prepared. And let's be honest, you already know what you need to do. Deep down, you've got that voice that whispers you're built for more. You just keep ignoring it. You scroll instead of building. You wish instead of working. You envy instead of evolving. But the second you decide you're done playing small, everything changes. That decision alone sends a shockwave through your life. Because now your energy says, I'm not available for average anymore. That's when you become magnetic. People start noticing, not because you told them, but because they feel it. Your focus sharpens, your presence grows, and your energy says one thing: I'm going somewhere, and I don't have time to explain. That's attraction, not luck, not chance. It's the result of self-respect meeting self-belief. And once you taste that version of yourself, you'll never go back. The hardest part isn't attracting success, it's keeping it. You can get lucky once. You can stumble into a win. But holding that win, sustaining it, living in it, that's where 99% fail. Because success doesn't stick to people who treat it like a guest. It sticks to people who build a home for it. You can manifest your dream once. You can get a big opportunity. You can feel that rush, finally it's happening. But if your habits don't match that new level, it'll slip away faster than it came. That's why you see people blow up online for a year, then vanish. Or someone makes a fortune and then loses it all. It's not because they were unlucky, it's because their mindset couldn't handle the altitude. Discipline is the engine that keeps attraction running. Without discipline, your mindset is just noise. You can chant affirmations all you want, but if you don't wake up when the alarm goes off, if you don't follow through when it's boring, your signal weakens. The universe doesn't reward the loudest, it rewards the most consistent. There was a study by Duke University that found 45% of what we do daily is habit, not choice. Think about that. Almost half your life is automatic. You wake up, you do what you always do. That means if your routine is weak, your life is weak. You're not attracting success, you're attracting repetition. The same days, the same excuses, the same results. Success is attracted to momentum. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep moving. People think they need motivation every day. That's childish. Motivation fades. Discipline is grown man energy. You do it whether you feel like it or not, because once you start relying on feelings, you're finished. The world doesn't care if you're tired. Success doesn't care if you're not in the mood. You show up or you lose. And it's funny, everyone says they want success until they realize what it demands. You can't attract luxury living on lazy effort. You can't attract freedom while being addicted to comfort. Comfort is the biggest killer of attraction, because when you're comfortable, you stop growing. When you stop growing, the universe stops sending you opportunities. You ever notice how once you start working hard, everything starts connecting, new people show up, new ideas hit your brain? That's attraction. You've raised your vibration. But the second you stop, it all fades. Because attraction isn't a one-time act, it's a lifestyle. You have to become the kind of person who attracts success daily, automatically, without even thinking about it. And that version of you, the consistent, disciplined one, is unstoppable. You stop chasing motivation because you are motivation. You don't rely on luck because you build luck. You don't wait for the right time because you make the time. Here's the truth most people never grasp. Once you master discipline, you control attraction. Because now you're no longer begging the universe to give you something. You're proving you deserve it. Every early morning, every sacrifice, every no to distraction is a signal saying, I'm ready for more, and the universe listens. So if you're wondering why success hasn't found you yet, ask yourself, would I follow me? Would I invest in me? Would I trust me? Because that's exactly how life decides what to send your way. When your habits answer yes, that's when attraction becomes automatic. You can't attract success if you're surrounded by failure. Energy rubs off. Sit with 4 lazy people and you'll be the 5th. That's not opinion, that's physics. Your environment either feeds your signal or kills it. Most people are trying to manifest success while spending time with complainers who don't even believe in themselves. How's that supposed to work? You become what you hear and who you hang around. Every conversation is programming. Talk about goals, your energy rises. Talk about gossip, your focus dies. You can't attract billionaire results with broke conversations. It doesn't mix. A Harvard study tracked thousands of people for decades and found your income usually matches the average of your 5 closest friends. Read that again, 5 people determine your direction. So if everyone around you is average, guess what you'll be? You've got to protect your frequency like it's treasure. If someone drains your drive, distance yourself, not with hate, with silence. The universe rewards clarity, not confusion. And it's not just people, it's space. If your room's a mess, your mind's a mess. You can't attract clarity from chaos. Clean your space, clean your energy, clean your focus. When your circle and environment line up with your goals, attraction becomes automatic. Opportunities start appearing. Confidence grows. People notice your shift. They'll say you've changed. Good, you were supposed to. Success doesn't chase noise, it chases alignment. Build an environment that reflects who you're becoming, not who you used to be. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you allow. Listen, success doesn't fall from the sky. It's pulled by energy. Your thoughts, your habits, your actions, they're all magnets. Right now, you're attracting something. The only question is what? Most people live on autopilot. Same excuses, same distractions, same results. They hope life changes while they repeat yesterday. Hope isn't a plan. Attraction starts when you decide that average is no longer an option. The universe doesn't give chances to the unsure, it rewards the ones who move with certainty. You want success? Stop asking for it, start acting like it already belongs to you. Talk like it, walk like it, train like it. Because once your behavior changes, the world adjusts. The law of attraction isn't magic, it's math. Energy in, energy out. You give power, you get power back. And here's the truth. No one's coming to save you. Not luck, not timing, not anyone. You are the miracle you've been waiting for. You are the law of attraction in motion. Every morning you show up when it's hard, you tell the universe I'm ready. Every sacrifice, every focused hour, that's your signal. People will doubt you, let them. People will laugh, let them. They'll call you crazy until the results hit. Then they'll call you lucky. That's how it always goes. Let them talk while you work. Let them rest while you ride. Because one day everything you're chasing will chase you. The opportunities, the money, the respect, all of it will orbit your energy because you built yourself into someone who can't be ignored. So stop wishing, start building, stop waiting, start becoming. The moment you commit, fully, brutally, completely, the universe has no choice but to respond. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So become unstoppable.